The way this game started, the way the first period unraveled, a lot to unpack from the first period.
Well, you knew Detroit was going to come out with guns a-blazing. I mean, they won a big game the other night in Toronto, so they're feeling pretty good about themselves, and with good speed. And Larkin, who's such a great player, uses that speed to his advantage. And Abdelkader drives towards the net and gets a nice timely rebound as Thomas Grice is not able to control it. And the wings are off and running, and really they're running on that same rhythm they generated the other night in Toronto. Got a lucky bounce off the skate, but the Islanders catch a bit of a break as number 42 of Frick, a little bit offside, didn't hesitate enough. But the Cromwell all alone, as you can see, we talked about it. Eberle gets tied up with Larkin, and so Cromwell's able to go all the way across. And there's that man Abdelkader, who had a very, very strong game, played a big part in the outcome of this game. And the Red Wings are up 2-0, and then this is the turning point of the game. And it's hard to say that when it was Anders Leon really on the wrong end of the hit, but right after that, the Islanders got nasty. They got emotional. They took advantage of it. You can see Josh Bailey. He gets involved first with the hit, and then the fight with Larkin, and these two guys go at it tooth and nail. And you knew the Islanders were riled up, and finally, saying, okay, enough. We're going to play, and we're going to find a way to win the game. And as you listen to the coach, he said, not only are we going to win the game, or we're going to try and win the game, we are going to win the game.
And that's what he said after the first period. Matt Martin, after the first period, says we don't necessarily need to get caught up in that stuff. We need to make them pay on the scoreboard, play some clean hockey. That's what they did in the second period. They got back to the basics. They tied the score and eventually want to go on and win it.
Well, I think they rocked the Red Wings just a little bit near the end of that first period. I think they got them thinking, what kind of game is this going to be? And so the Islanders just came out and played hockey, and they got a little bounce themselves, but good forechecking. And Cizikas, the best part of this is Cizikas is going to stop in front of the net, take a little look, and he gets a nice bounce and he buries it. And that's really what the Islanders needed to get them going. Get on the scoreboard, feel good about themselves, know they got the Wings on their back, and then they controlled the game right until the end. Eventually forced the Red Wings to take a couple of power plays, and a guy like Ryan Pollock from that area there is going to score an awful lot of goals, and no chance for the Red Wing goaltender. And then we had to wait for the third period.
In the second, Cizikas and Ryan Pollock scoring 2.5 minutes apart. Josh Bailey picked up career point number 400 on his assist in that second period on the Ryan Pollock power play goals. The Islanders snap an 0 for 20 power play drought. They got 9 straight games without a power play goal.
Well, and perhaps this, Brendan, will get them going. I mean, we've heard the coaching talk about it. Sometimes it's just one goal, fluky goal, 5-on-3 goal. Everybody grips their sticks a little bit looser. Everybody feels a little bit better about themselves, and they say, okay, we're okay now. And sometimes it's just that simple.
Islanders get the 5-on-3 goal, and they also got 2 goals from the fourth line. Cizikas got 1 in the second, and the game winner, again, in a game like this, I think fittingly comes from Matt Martin in that fourth line.
Well, that's Islander hockey, to quote the coach, right. and I can't disagree with them. And they just work hard. They play the right way. They create their own opportunities. They make life miserable for the opposition. And maybe the average person doesn't understand how intimidating it can be. Every time you touch the puck, one of these 3 guys is going to try and run you over. So you move the puck a little quicker sometimes, you make a mistake, and then these guys have been able to take advantage of another strong game, and good to see Matt Martin pot one in the net.
Back home, if you will, for Matt Martin from just across the border in Windsor. 10th career game-winning goal for Matt Martin, who had 3 hits, a couple of blocks, and now 4 goals on the season. He had 3 in 50 games last year for the Toronto Maple Leafs. You don't sign him for the offense, but you'll certainly take it when you get it.
Absolutely. And hey, listen, you allow people ice time. It's like anybody else. I mean, he wasn't playing a whole lot in Toronto. Toronto had a different way of going about their business, and Matt Martin, at the end of the day, wasn't part of their business, but he was happy to be home. The fans are happy to have him back. Cizikas and Clutterbuck are happy to have him back, and now I'm thinking everybody's happy because not only are they doing what they expect him to do, they're creating some pretty good offense.